I'm not doing this again. This is insane. You got no choice but to drop the entire goddamn motor. Dude, you gotta be kidding me right now.
Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of Daily Driven Exotics. I'm just gonna get right to the point in this video. You guys have been asking, where is the 720 GTR? Well, we are at Intani. You have seen the title and thumbnail already. We've got some problems. So let's just get in here and get right to it. Good morning, sir. I know. We're not gonna hammer Alex too hard today because he's pissed off at my car.
Speak for yourself.
Right? You're gonna speak, you're gonna hammer Alex. So yeah, this was all on the car. They had actually the whole car back together. Alex had been street tuning, testing, dynoing. Everything was going really, really well. There were a few little hiccups actually with the Cyvex, which they were trying to get the tuner in for, but he wasn't available. So we were just gonna run it on the factory ECUs, right? Which was fine. I just wouldn't have the instant map switching and a few little things.
It's just the flex fuel stuff we're working on.
Flex fuel. What else does the Cyvex do? Better traction control?
It's got better traction control management, but the car has good traction control management from the factory.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna use that. We're gonna put the Cyvex back in the car, but we're gonna do all the drivability and stuff on my car first and take some tweaks to fix some bugs in there, and then we'll put it back on this car. But right now you'll still have the same power, same fuel you could run it on, same injectors. It's just factory ECU. It still works. You still have rolling anti-lag, you still have map switching, you still have all that stuff. Just for like the 91 to E80, 91 to E85 stuff.
That's a nice shirt.
The 91 to E85 stuff will give you a little flash cable so you could switch over, but you'll still have your map switching and all that other stuff in there.
So you were actually like, car was all together.
What happened was I drove the car on the street. Hold on, I gotta tell these guys to stop with that noise for a second.
The grinding?
Yo, tell them to stop for 1 second. Kevin! Shut! Shut the fuck up! What are you even doing, bro?
No wonder why everyone loves it when we show up. It's like, everybody stop what they're doing. DD's here to quit your day.
Stop working. We don't have money to make.
Well, before you go down this road, the car was running.
The car was...
How was the car? Tell the people, how was the car?
The car is amazing. It's so amazing that once a couple of these cars are out of here, we're 100% putting my car back in here and putting it together because I want my freaking 720 back.
Is it slow?
It's very slow.
Very slow.
Yeah, no, it's fast as fuck.
Really fast.
I had Jay in the car with me. You could ask him if it's fast.
Whoa, yeah.
Oh
So what's it like?
That car broke loose and I was like, it felt like we were gliding in the air, bro. That shit was crazy.
100 and something miles per hour in third gear, freaking dancing down the street. And he was like, dude, this thing is fucking crazy. Get me the fuck out of this thing.
I had a big smile though, but it was scary. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty scary.
Being a passenger's worse, bro.
Way worse.
It's the worst being a passenger.
I think when the car dances like that, like you can feel it and I was just like, we're
I got it under control.
like in my head, I was like, oh man, this is scary. I never felt anything like that. I was like, my first time ever feeling 300, 400, 500 horsepower, but not.
No trust yet. You'll get there.
Yeah,
so then what happened? Everything was going good?
Everything was good, and then I pulled it up in here, and we shot that crazy flame picture.
Flame photo, everyone's going nuts over?
Everybody was going crazy. We're all happy, and we're like, fuck it, we're gonna put on the dyno one last time, do a quick pull on high boost on the factory ECU.
Yep.
And then I was gonna call you guys to come pick it up. So we parked the car after we did that big ass flame shot. We let it sit there, and then I go to move the car. I sit in the car, I pull it up right here to get it ready to go on the dyno. I shut the car off, go to start the car again. The car keeps cranking, won't start. I'm like, dude, you gotta be kidding me right now. So I'm like, maybe the fuel pump went out or something went, something happened. It's a Mclaren, so it's normal, you know? So it kept cranking, checked the codes. We got a cam phaser code. So with our luck, the goddamn cam phaser on the car took. Now when the cam phaser on this car takes, you got no choice but to drop the entire goddamn motor to get to it, because there is nowhere in this car for you to get anywhere to take the valve covers off, to take
What's the cam phaser?
The cam phaser is what controls the variable valve timing on the cam.
Holy crap!
So, as you can see,
so check this.
Once it happened.
When did this happen? They have to understand, just so you guys know, we don't normally say what day it is or whatever, because like it doesn't really matter in the upload. By the time we edit it, it's usually a day after or a couple of days after. This happened on what what day?
This happened Friday, last Friday.
Last Friday. And what day is it today?
Today is Friday.
So, but you called me,
We had
and
the
this was already out of the
motor
car.
was out Sunday night on the floor.
48 hours later.
Yeah, so what happened is we took the motor out, put it on the floor Sunday night. We had the cam tools and everything ready. We realized that the cam on bank one on the exhaust side is completely shifted because the phaser's gone, so it's out of timing. I have a cam phaser. I have a few extra cam phasers out of another motor that we've, you know, taken apart. Once I started like thinking about the fact that if this happens to any of the other cam phasers, I'm gonna have to do this all over again.
All this.
I was like, you know what? This, we'll call it O'Gara. We had them express ship 4 new cam phasers. So now instead of just changing the exhaust side, which that's the only one that actually has a problem, we're just gonna go ahead and change all 4 because I'm not pulling this thing down again. We got the cam phasers this morning at 9 o'clock. We went and picked it up. They're here. So now we got the cam tools on. We're gonna break apart this side, take the old ones out, move to the other side, take those out, and then we'll time one side and then we'll time the other side, put it all back together.
Pain in the ass.
It's a pain in the ass.
We were debating this in the car actually about like if a coil pack goes, you replace them all. Right?
Well, yeah, on any car, if a coil pack goes, you should replace
So
it.
cam phasers one went, like you might as well change them all.
No, there's no point, dude. I'm not doing this again. This is insane. I mean, this car was freaking done, and I know everybody's online talking. This car's never gonna get done. This car's never gonna get done.
like
But
that.
Actually, most of our audience is super excited for the
Yeah,
car.
yeah.
I think a lot of people really appreciate what this takes. This is a lot of work, and you guys have been grinding on this, and you're gonna get it back together, basically, essentially, in just over a week.
yeah. Which I mean, we would have gotten it done. We would have probably had this car running and on the dyno today if we had the phasers.
You're waiting for the phasers.
I just didn't want to put it back together with the 3 old phasers. I just rather replace it at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like either you pay the freaking $4,000 for the 4 phasers and get it replaced, or you take the risk of just replacing one and then you gotta do all this over again. This is a lot of time, and you know, tying up a lift like this is not fun. So
Yeah.
we're just gonna replace all of them, put it all back together, time the car, get it started, get it on the dyno, and hopefully get it the F out of here.
Yeah, we'll drop the F-bombs and stuff with the audio. I think we're getting away from the horn honks
We don't like the
finally.
horn honking.
Okay.
By the way, quick update. If you didn't like the horn honks, you might have noticed when we swear now that we just dip the audio out so that the video doesn't get demonetized. If people want to know why we don't leave the swear words in, we swear so much that if we left them in, and I've left them in a video one time, YouTube goes and says limited monetization due to excessive profanity. Apparently we can't be adults and get paid too, so there's your answer. Back to the 720. Why don't you give everybody a quick rundown as to what is this cam phaser problem and why does it require basically the engine to come out of the car?
So on this car, when you're trying to work on it and anything top end, it's much easier to just pull the motor down than to sit in there and get crammed up and get cramps for like 5 days because, you know, you're literally locked up in a box trying to work in there. So we just pull it down, and basically these are the cam phasers. This one on the exhaust side, what happens usually is there's a dowel pin inside that it's all built, and there's a spring inside of this thing. So that's what keeps the tension. And there's a dowel pin for the spring. What happens is that dowel pin, it starts eating away at the metal where the hole is, where it sits inside. So when it does that, the metal gets out of round, and that dowel pin doesn't stay in there, so it can't stay in, it clicks back. So every time the cam is turning, what happens is it can make the chain jump, and it makes the cam jump out of timing. So the car's all out of whack. And when it jump timing, obviously the car cranks because it can't find the position. And finally, sometimes it'll fire, or it comes to a point where it just won't fire anymore. So now we got this out. These are the old ones. Got the cam tools here. If you see this cam, the lobe on top is completely flat. On this cam, it's actually shifted over like 10 degrees. That can't be shifted at all. This has to be completely straight with each other. So this side is completely screwed. So we're gonna pull these out now. We have the locking tools on. We've locked the crank. We lock the crank from the crankshaft hole on the bottom, and we also lock it from the flywheel, so it can't go anywhere when we're loosening all this. So we'll break this loose, take these out, and while we're doing this side, we're just gonna go ahead and do this side and put brand new ones and call it a day and stick it back in there. If you go online and do a search on Google and put Mclaren cam phasers, there's a bunch of videos out there that everybody's already done explaining the problem and the way to fix it. So this is a very common problem on the McLarens, which sucks because of how long it takes to put it back together. If it was in any other ordinary car, especially front engine car, I mean, we'd be done with this in the car in a few hours. But with
Is there a recall on these from McLaren?
The if the car's under warranty, obviously they change it. The crazy part is that 90% of the time when you call a McLaren dealer, they actually have these in stock. Imagine, usually when you call a McLaren dealer and get parts, you're waiting from UK for stuff to come. This guy got here in 2 days. It's already in stock. They had one in stock and then they ordered the rest of the 3. But the cam phaser bolts, the gaskets, the front cover gaskets, Velcro, it's all in stock now because they go out so many times that the dealer has to have it on hand because there's so many warranty cars that are getting replaced.
Right.
If they didn't have it in stock, we would have to probably wait like 2 weeks. This is a puller that we make. Nobody has this. So this is a puller that we make that you could pull out the sleeves out of a messed up block. So usually what happens is these cars, you know, throw rods. So the cylinder that it throws that rod on or the cylinder across it, usually the sleeves will get destroyed. But again, you're left with extra sleeves inside that you could actually use. So with this tool, we got to pull it in there, put it from the bottom. It grabs the sleeve from the bottom. This goes on the top, and then you slowly just pull the sleeve out. So you get to recover the good sleeves out of the bad block.
That's cool.
Did you recover anything good from my motor?
That thing was destroyed.
Really?
Everything was destroyed.
Every sleeve?
Gone. Not what are you gonna do with a sleeve? It had a hole like the size of this.
Wait, so you take the sleeve out and use it for something else?
And the head, bro, that thing was destroyed.
Bro, I think you're wrong. I think it had a dead battery.
Oh my god.
We were there. It was just a dead battery.
Yeah. This one has a dead battery right now. That's why we have it out. The battery changed. We decided to take the motor out so we get a little less balance while we're pulling the heavy ass battery from the front.
It's crazy how tiny the intake manifold is. I tell them like nothing in it. Why is it so small? We're like a Huracan. It's massive.
That's their design. We're actually about to start cutting our first billet intake manifold
for this car.
Yeah, with the upgraded 3.5 inch.
Don't give away the future upgrades.
Oh, okay, yeah. We're
More to come on this. You think this car's crazy now? You just wait. By the way, we did a vote on YouTube yesterday. This is the #1 hero car on the channel.
#1.
And what's crazy is I did that vote yesterday. This car has not been on the channel for 11 months. 11 months. And this is still your favorite car. That must speak volumes of how much you guys love this car, because I mean it hasn't even been really featured other than just sitting here in a blown motor. So I just want to say thank you guys for voting. It's really cool to know this is #1. Very, very close in the races. Right behind this car is of course
the SVJ.
The SVJ. Just to get off the 720 GTR for 1 second, you have a new addition to the Gintani family here.
Yeah, we got
it
for
name.
My son. His name is Bo. My son calls him Boba. His name is Bo.
Is adorable.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Just melt your hearts, right?
This cool little square on his head.
Like this is Alex's new technique, right? Car's not ready.
Yeah, just give him
I'll
the
make
dog.
you feel good with the dog. Here you go, take the puppy. The puppy fixes everything.
You're pissed off? Here you go. Here's the puppy. Go sit in the corner.
You want to be mad? Hold the puppy and be mad.
There you go.
Adorable. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Our dog's amazing. I learned about the nares, so you have to get the nares done when he's older so they can breathe easier. By the way, I'm going to show you that before and after. It's crazy. The surgeons, like basically 95%, if not 99% of all French bulldogs need to get the nair surgery because they can't breathe because see their hole?
Yeah,
the hole?
Closes.
It's closed, right? The nair is that piece, that flap that comes in, and basically they have this tiny little hole. So they just cut that out and stitch it up when they're older. And then they have big nostrils. Like Dino, when he came out, he was like, and his eyes were popping out of his head because he could smell everything.
Really?
Dude, like night and day. Yeah, he's super cute. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know nobody wants, like, when do you think we could get this car? Fuck, you knew it was coming.
Oh man.
What do you think? What do we think?
I don't know. We're gonna put the phasers in right now and start putting it together. So hopefully we get it back in.
What time is it now?
Get the fuck out of here.
We're at
Get
9.
Oh my god.
9 o'clock.
Tonight.
Yeah, sure.
For a night cruise.
100%. Yeah.
Rodeo?
Yeah. Rodeo.
Flame tune?
Yeah. Go get shot. You know. Go get jacked for your watch. Get
Wear
shot
the watches
rodeo.
on Rodeo, yeah. Let's see what happens next week.
Yeah, next week. Yeah,
like
100%.
looking good.
Yeah, man, we're done. I just need to fix these stupid ass phasers. Every time I say something, I just need to fix something on this goddamn car. But now it's just these. So,
all right,
we'll get them. Get it out of here.
We haven't said much, but are you thinking you're gonna try to fix the heat issue and dial a few things in on the twin turbo F12 so you can have that car in your booth at SEMA?
Yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of the air-to-air intercooler that sits in front of the car and blocks the whole radiator. That's got to go. So we'll move it and we'll do a different setup. I want to put the intercooler cores inside the intake manifold. So That's where it's gonna go. That's what we're gonna
That sounds
do.
quick.
It's not quick, but we're gonna.
Yeah.
Everything sounds quick for you. It's kind of like you in bed, pretty quick. So.
Yeah, you know you're a dirty dog, eh?
All right, it's easy with you. It's a quick hit and done, you know? I don't have to put too much time into it.
I wanted to give those guys a quick update on that because we talked about that.
Yeah, we got to fix that thing because that car is not going to go anywhere with getting hot like that. So we got to get rid of that. And after that, it'll be good.
And it's gonna have that crazy kit. So what we'll do is we'll have the kit all done. We'll probably reveal that kit at some point, just the way it is. So you guys will get to see that. You're not gonna have to wait till SEMA or anything like that. Then we'll take the kit off of it so it doesn't get any, you know, scratches or stuff while these guys are working on it. And then these guys will work on it, put the kit back on it, and we'll do a full badass reveal at SEMA and some driving and stuff like that.
That'd be cool. Then we'll have a couple of our cars out there so we could all shoot them together.
And we're also gonna
maybe try to twin turbo some other car.
Next video.
Yes.
We're twin turboing something else. You guys have asked for this to happen, and don't worry, it won't lose the sound.